Well, good evening to our viewers at home. I'm Brian Cummings, and I'm here with Leonard Moulton and Mark Davis, two of the creators, members of Disney's 9 Old Men that came up with the concept and execution of Horace the Kangaroo, the wonderful new film from Walt Disney Pictures.
It's about time we're getting some recognition, Leonard.
Nice to meet you guys. So we're used to seeing
Nice to meet you too.
all your characters on the screen, but we haven't ever met in person before. Can you tell the audience some of the other movies that you've worked on?
Yes. Well, I was the co-host for Walt Disney Pictures of Aladdin, and my partner Mark Davis worked on Peter Pan.
Wow, those are some pretty prestigious titles.
And don't forget Colorful Changes of Reptiles.
Oh,
It hasn't been released yet.
Secret Disney project, yes. Okay, and now this behind-the-scenes documentary is all about Horace the Kangaroo. So what can you guys tell our viewers at home about Horace?
Well, it all began in the late 1960s, when we first started the project by a famous book author by Roger Kipling.
Pretty famous guy.
Oh, so Horace the Kangaroo is a Rudyard Kipling character.
Who wrote the Jungle Book and Kim.
Yes, fine books, both.
And me and my partner Mark,
My partner and I.
You must be the scriptwriter.
decide we wanted to work on this project together and become a creative team to do a new animated picture with a whole lot of laughter, color, and adventure. Now I'll turn over to my partner Mark Davis, who will tell you about some of the young actors that play some of the characters that Walt Disney personally enlisted for the part that were not used in the book in Roger Kipling. Mark?
So, let me just, for the audience, it sounds like, Leonard, you're more on the producer, creative management side. Mark, you're in casting and script writing. Is that my understanding here?
You are absolutely correct, Brian.
Oh, thank you.
Well, remember this was in the late 60s. And at that time, Tom Cruise was a mere pup.
That's right.
And
Child actor trying to make his
child
way in the
actor,
world.
well, he'd done a couple of underwear commercials at that point, but that was about it. But Mr. Disney saw the commercial and contacted me and said, I think this young guy Tom Cruise might be good for one of the characters.
Well, that would be quite the story.
It is. There's a little backstory there that most people don't know about Tom Cruise. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Leonard to tell us some more about the show.
Well, yes. The musical score, Brian, was done by a very dear friend of mine, Bruce Bronten, who worked with me and my partner, Mark Davis, on the Rescuers Down Under.
Oh wow, well, should we go talk to Bruce?
Actually,
He's right here.
Bruce Bronten is right
Nice to meet
here.
you, Bruce.
Brian, it's an honor and a pleasure to
Thanks for
meet you
joining
at long
us.
last.
Well, I'm a big fan of your work.
Thank you very much.
And he's going to talk to you a little, Brian.
Well, the Banshee Screamers are back. I thought we got that taken care of.
I set the trap.
He's gonna talk to you a little bit, Brian, on how he composed the score for the movie.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Well,
Please enlighten myself and our viewers at home on your creative process for this musical score.
well, it was difficult, but first I read Kipling's book. And then I slept on it and thought about it, and the dream. In the dream, the music just came to me.
Wow.
Lyrics, melodies, everything.
True genius inspiration.
Well, I don't think it was genius. It was just more dumb luck than anything else. But lucky me, I have a tendency to remember everything that happens in my dreams. Unlike most people that wake up, they know they were dreaming, they have a hazy idea what it was about, but then they can't remember any of the details.
I believe they call that lucid dreaming, Bruce.
Okay, well then, I'm a lucid dreamer, and I got all the scores and the melodies and the lyrics and everything directly from that one dream
From your subconscious.
after reading Kipling's.
Amazing. And how did you go about arranging didgeridoos with classical instruments? This being a story that takes place in Australia.
Well, it's funny that you asked that question, because there was a big protest going on right outside the studio of the Aborigines who were being displaced and disrespected by those Aussies that came thousands of years after the Aborigines actually inhabited Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out just to see what the commotion was, and I started talking with some of the Aborigines, and they had their instruments, their primitive instruments, and I said, well, I'm not Australian. How about if we have you in our movie, and that will be the ultimate protest against these Australians that are discriminating against you.
Wow.
And they talked amongst themselves, and the next thing you knew, I had a whole bunch of Aborigines playing their native instruments.
What a wonderful story.
Thank you.
Now I would like to go on.
Oh yes, please.
Brian, one of the villainous roles that Horace had to face was a very bad villainous male female kangaroo who was named Karen.
Ooh, Karen's always a nasty one, isn't she?
Especially if it's a male or female.
And
Conflicted?
and she was a menace,
Ooh.
and she was played by Academy Award nominee Lucy Liu from TV's Ally McBeal and Shanghai Noon, and she was the right choice for the part.
Well, I'll say she was. That's just sums up my feelings about that actress.
I didn't realize that Lucy Liu had an Academy Award nomination under her belt. What film was that for, Leonard?
She was known for the best Chinese actress. Brian.
That's a new category. Interesting. Okay, maybe they have a separate, like a bottom half of the awards show or something that they don't put on TV. I never knew about
It
that.
was a little side deal in Trump's negotiations with China.
Get Lucy an Oscar.
And now, finally, to close our behind the scenes story of Horace the Kangaroo, the magic behind the masterpiece. My good friend and partner Mark Davis would like to tell you, Brian, about some of the songs and lyrics that he co-wrote with the Sherman brothers from the acclaimed animated movies such as Mary Poppins, The Jungle Book, and The Aristocats. So,
wow.
Mark, please take it away for the last and final behind the scenes word.
Okay, Leonard, I've got this. I think we'll sum it up with the most popular song that came out of the movie, which was, "Though hobbled by Karen, Horace still hot."
Oh, wow.
You know,
What a wonderful song that is.
people.
So much alliteration in those lyrics.
Yes, yes.
Hop on,
That was my
Horace,
idea.
hop on.
Yeah. Oh, even better, Brian. You should have collaborated.
Oh, stop it.
Anyhow, that Karen, the male-female kangaroo that was the villain, snuck up on Horace in the middle of the night while Horace was sleeping and hobbled him. Did it with some vines that were hanging from some mango trees. But when Horace woke up in the morning and went to hop how to take care of nature's calls, he went boop, flat on his face. Didn't realize that
Silly
he'd been
Horace.
hobbled. So he looked down, saw the hobbles, and said, I have to go. And so instead of doing, what he usually does with the big hops and, the legs spread and everything else, he took tiny little hops until he got to the latrine, and then afterwards was able to call for help, and Tom Cruise's character came out of the jungle and unhobbled him. And that's what the song is all about. It's a beautiful song, and that's the background story.
Tom Cruise plays a dingo in this film, right?
That's how he got the
Sharp
hobbles off.
teeth to chew off those hobbles, doesn't he?
You are like smarter than you look.
Oh, I'm a big fan of your guys' work.
Okay.
I'm here in a professional capacity, but I'm a little starstruck.
And thank you, Brian, for taking us on this special behind
Thank you,
the
gentlemen,
scene.
for all your fine work.
Yes.
And
Until
thank
next
you,
time.
television audience, for your rapt attention.
We'll see you on the next round of The Magic Behind the Masterpiece
Of Horace.
of Horace the Kangaroo.
Whew! I
Well done.
think that's a wrap, gentlemen.
I think we earned some brats with that.
Wow.